The following episode of Dad vs. Daughter is made possible by a contribution from Catalyst Game Labs. Hello and welcome to another special unboxing episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad, and today I'm going to open up Dragonfire from Catalyst Game Labs. Now, this is a game that I think came out at Gen Con. In fact, I was able to demo it there with my buddy Tim Norris from Gray Elephant Games. It's a cooperative deck builder where we are going to be fighting different monsters. So let's open it up and see what the cards are all about. Every time I say the word Dragonfire in my brain, I think of the song by Michael Murphy called Wildfire. And they called it Wildfire. And I will not sing any more this episode. All right, so there is the back. So you can see we've got dragons and everything else, our player shields and so forth. So let's just get to opening this. It's a very big box, but there are a bunch of expansions for this that have different heroes and so forth. I think there's like maybe already like 10 expansion packs that are coming out, or some are out, not really sure. Okay, so we've got a rule book here. This is a very big rule book. Cool illustrations. So additional encounter rules. So there's a lot of extra things, I think, that go into this. It's not just a straightforward deck builder. And there's a whole glossary. Actually, it's got a big glossary. And then a reference sheet on the back. Okay, so not only do you have a rule book, but you also have a quick start rules. Okay, a lot of punch outs. These look pretty neat. These are kind of raised too. I don't know if you can really tell that very well. And it's very thick cardboard. Okay, so the game comes with a bunch of player sheets, the different characters that you can be. And they each have special things that they can do for basically their class. These are not slick, so they're not sliding very well. So a lot of different ones. Thought that was Obi-Wan Kenobi there for a minute. And then if you demoed this at Gen Con, or if you purchased it at Gen Con, you also got this special character. So there's 16 that come with the base game in total. Okay, so here are the little sliders so that we can track our health on our player boards here. this says Adventure Level 2. These are bodyguards. Adventure Level 1. So let's open these up, take a look at them. Here we have the Wastes of Ancient Empire, Unholy Presence. That's a Level 2. Terror in the Catacombs, Level 3. Slotty Plague, Level 4. The Portcullis is Breached. That's a Level 2. Dungeon Crawl, Level 1. Bodyguards Noble, Level 2. And Bodyguards, Level 2. And then these are double-sided. So there's a Bodyguards Level 2. Bodyguards Noble, Level 2. Dungeon Crawl, Level 1. Is that the same? Oh, are these all the same like that? No, because that has a guy on the back of it. So, just looking to see if these are different. I guess not. I guess they're all the same. Maybe the backs on some of these are for a special purpose. Okay, an ancient evil arises. So what is this? So this looks like it goes with those little adventure cards we just pulled out. The backstory. It's kind of cool. Includes all that in there. And then, are these stickers? These are stickers. Oh, that's right, because you can actually level up your characters. Kind of like, I think, was it Pathfinder? So it looks like you've got all these stickers that you can do that so that you can progress through a bunch of different levels, I guess. Tavern Brawler. So you can build your character as you go, so then they're not always just the base characters. Oops. Turn undead. War domain. So there's a bunch of these. Just kind of fly through these, sneak attack and so forth. So that's interesting. I've never actually played a game where level up characters. So let's look at some of the decks here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decks of cards. So I'll go ahead and open this up. Okay, so here is this deck of cards. This is kind of shiny. Excuse me. Kind of like the holographic cards. If you can see that there. So there's quite a few of those. And this one's kind of holographic looking too. See, it looks like all these are. That's cool. And I know that you're probably not able to catch that very well, but foil cards, that's what used to call them back in the old Star Wars days, Star Wars CCG and TCG. All right, let's move on to the next deck. Now, as I picked that other deck up, I noticed that the backs are different. So this is the deck that I had just picked up. So you can see that this is kind of a dark background with a dragon there, and it says Dragonfire. This new one I just opened, so it's got this as a back, and then there's actually another set in here. So it's got these, which I guess match that first one. So let's take a look at those first. So looks like these are some heroes that we can recruit, or some abilities. Flaming Oil. So those are slightly different cards than the other ones were. All right, so let's look at these now. Okay. They know your weakness. So I think these are like all of the, call them event cards, I guess. I don't remember what they were called at Gen Con. So that is that deck. So now let's open this deck up. Okay, so we got some more cards that I think we're going to use to put in our hand. Looks like the Gimli from Lord of the Rings. And you'll notice the symbols on the tops of these cards. If I remember right, that's what we need in order to activate. You can see some take different kinds. Those are the red kinds. Then that's like the black. There's the green. And then some have where you have to have multiples. Like there's blue. All right, let's go for this deck. Okay, same backs on these. Those are all the same. I think these are the starting cards for each of the different types of characters that you get. And another deck. Okay, this one actually has a couple more of those guys, but then we have this backing here. Do that because they seem to be a little kind of stuck together. Let's see, so we got Sinkhole. Oh, so that card just that way, maybe because it's got so many symbols on there. Goblin Pack. Oh, it's an owlbear. So we've got some of these. These are locations, it looks like. And in our demo, we just got a real high level overview of the game. In fact, I think we only got through maybe one actual turn. But the artwork is really kind of cool. Just on some of these locations. Adult green dragon as opposed to a toddler green dragon. And finally we have this last deck. So this is the encounter, and I failed to see that on the on that last deck too. It said encounter as well. So let's show these. So there's some more of the locations. Giant spider. You get those spiders, Ron. You tell those spiders. Oh, I thought that said green salad for a minute. And blue salad. I think that's what I heard people say that they call them. Moaning Chamber, is that like the Shrieking Shack? I say that because it's the weekend and it's like a Harry Potter weekend. Now, I am not a Dungeons and Dragons guy, so I am not familiar with what a lot of these are, and they could be very common to Dungeons and Dragons lore, and I just don't know what they are. So let me punch the rest of the stuff out, and then I'll lay all the components out for you to look at. So real quick, I wanted to show you the insert here. So we have our spots down here for the different decks of cards. Got a well there, looks like for some tokens. These are for some of the bigger cards and areas, and then you've got your slot up here for your player boards. So looks like a pretty neat insert all in all. So you can see all the different tokens that we have. In fact, let me look through here. I can kind of tell you what each thing is. I know these are the class type of markers. What else? We have encounter tokens that have the dragon's head on them. So there you have it. There is Dragonfire from Catalyst Game Labs, and we will catch you guys next time. If you would like to support us, you can visit patreon.com/dadvdaughter.
Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.
And as you can see, this game has been sort of Gerberized. I got 2 small containers there with some of the tokens, and then 2 larger containers down here with the money and other tokens there. So those fit in really nice right now, at least until get expansions that will require more space. Rulebook, and there you have it.